How's my internet?
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to this beautiful Wednesday, the first of two shows today for the Two Guys, One Coup podcast. Stay tuned tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern, for our Warrior Shield Foundation special episode, the first of many. That's tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern. Be there. Cancel everything else. Yeah. Be there. Jim, do you have trouble sending emails from work? Because some people do. And it's a big controversy.
And trying to make it make sense on what you do, right? Yeah.
I mean, it's weird, right? You know, that I have to only every single freaking week do you and I have to complete a report of what happened during that week. And well, some people are having problems with it. It's the biggest controversy since having to show up for work. We'll talk about all that. Dan Crenshaw's a dick. We'll get into those details. President Trump greeted the crowd yesterday on a tour that is again happening as it did his first time. We'll have a little comparison between President Trump's greetings and what President Biden had at the White House. We'll get into some of that. Karoline Leavitt, sorry, I keep saying Leavitt had some specific things to say in her press conference we're going to go over. They are still squirming about Dan Bongino. Boy, and for a reason. And we're going to get into, and I'm going to start with it when we come back, the reason why I think the Epstein Files have not been released. Mm-hmm. It's huge all over X. Release the files is trending. I'm going to go into what I think the reason is why they haven't. So that plus so much more, Jim. And
we want to do a little about NGOs too. Just a little
yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's okay. Something you wanted to talk about. Okay. I always forget what you want to say.
Yeah.
So all that plus something Jim wants to say on what?
Live from the Patriot Prayer Network studios.
Having the English language problem.
Two guys, the loneliest number coup.
And one. Wow. Two guys, one coup. Did you say it even right?
Two guys, the loneliest number coup. Be right back.
Another shit show. You let me forget the top five again. Top five at the end of the show. Why do you let me forget that every time? Top five most overrated male actors.
Let you forget. Okay.
Jim, you know I write notes, and then if I don't write it, I mean you have to tell me.
You know what? We've all write notes and prepare that. Remember when we used to prepare and half the stuff we had prepared we didn't even talk about.
I know. I remember. I was like, okay, what are you doing? What's your stories today? Today, I'm just like, I'm going to just talk at the beginning and then let you say your few things. And then when we get into the show, I let you talk a little more. It's great. It's what we do. Top five most overrated actors. Stay tuned for the end of the show with that. And then we'll announce what our next top five is. Buckeye gave us a great idea, but I think we'll save that one for next Wednesday because Monday we'll just kind of play onto this one, you know, with the females. So at any rate, welcome everybody. Real quick, let's do this before we get started. I'm going to do, Jim, believe it or not, you probably won't believe it. I'm going to do lock and load. You ready? Lock and load. Here we go. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
When ordinary coffee won't cut it, reach for Lock and Load Coffee, the brew that means business. Crafted for those who demand more from their cup, Lock and Load delivers intense flavor, serious energy, and a sense of patriotism. Whether you're hitting the gym, the job, or the battlefield of life, Lock and Load Coffee keeps you sharp and ready to go. Fuel your drive, stay unstoppable, and support an American-first brand. Lock and Load Coffee. Ignite your day and conquer your mission. Do yourself a favor and order now at lockandloadcoffee.com.
Is right. Lockandloadcoffee.com. Please go there, folks. Support this great company and great people. Yeah, there it is. Roll that
PPK
beautiful bean
morning.
footage, right?
PPK this morning.
Huh?
Drinking PPK this morning.
Are you quiet or am I going deaf?
No, you just don't let me talk and you talk over me. So that's
well, I don't let you talk because I can't hear you. The lockandloadcoffee.com, folks. Please go there. Use coupon code 2guys. Get 10% off your order every single time. I don't know how to explain this to everybody, but there is no reason to not do that. While you're there, go to what Buckeye just mentioned. GritGearApparel.com. Look at new Grit Gear hat. Yep. Leather stitched. Yep. Beautiful hat. Been wanting it for a long time. Finally got it. Thank you, Rich and Sharon, for that. Absolutely gorgeous. Go there. Again, coupon code 2guys, 10% off. Why would you not do it?
Yeah, you will not be disappointed. If you're a coffee drinker, give it a shot. Great coffee. I cannot stress enough how great
I cannot either. So please go support them. We appreciate those that have and those that will continue. If you're just joining your first time on the show, welcome, because I know you don't have Bongino anymore at the top of the hour, so you probably switched over to here. So we welcome you all for switching to your allegiance to.
Yeah, and I want to thank Mike last night from To The Point, because he mentioned on there that, since Bongino's not anymore, why don't you guys go tune in to Two Guys at 10:30 Mondays.
That was nice, Mike.
That was very nice.
Appreciate it.
So if you're listening, thank you. I was watching. I was listening last night.
You were, and we appreciate it. They got a great show, so just go support them as well. So it's like everybody on the network.
Podcast, folks. Tuesdays and Thursdays, correct? Opposite hours.
Yes, I know that. I know it's Tuesdays, but I'm pretty sure it's Tuesdays and Thursdays, or it might only be Tuesdays. Might only be one.
Well, then they should do Thursdays as well.
They should do every day, honestly. Folks, thank you again for joining us. Why did none of the Democrats vote for the tax bill? Let's. I wasn't going to start off with that. That was going to be part.
No, I know. I just wanted to put that in there.
But since Rich put it on there, because it's a Republican-backed bill.
Exactly.
So no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security. Pass the House. We'll see what happens now. But that's a good first start.
Isn't it amazing how the Democrats always are together?
They are. One Republican voted no, and I don't know, was it Rand Paul? No, it was Senate. He Senate.
Yeah, that's Senate.
Who voted no? The Republican. I'm sorry, I don't know that.
Could it have been Crenshaw? I mean, that guy, anyway.
Hey, we'll get into Crenshaw later.
It's just, it's amazing how the Dems are in such a train wreck right now.
Yep. And yet
they all vote together.
Yep.
And it's
always have.
It's
and always have.
It's great.
The Republicans can learn one thing. It's that stick together regardless of the differences.
And we've got to get those, three?
You got the rhinos.
We have 3 Republican who would be in Congress, right? The House right now, but are now in positions of under Trump's administration. So we need to get them going.
Yeah, correct. Absolutely. I want to get into real quick the
Greg
whole.
Gear said it was a Kentucky guy. So, that's odd that it was Kentucky, but
well, I mean, they voted.
M's dad, you are right.
M's all believe some distorted religion called liberalism. Yep, that's true. That's what they do. I mean, they're so focused on that. Now, I want to get into the Pam Bondi thing. Okay, I'm in agreement with everybody. Release the files. I'm struggling with the reason why they haven't been. What are they redacting? We don't want redacted files. Whoever's in it's in it. Which then leads all of us to the speculation that, hey, there's probably some prominent people in there that are on the Republican side that literally maybe this could harm, maybe it couldn't. They might have been on the flight logs, but they didn't do any, so I don't know that. But my other thought process on this is that in politics, like everything in life, timing matters. A lot of times timing matters, and when these things happen, right? There's an investigation into Jim Comey now, James Comey.
Because he keeps talking.
Correct. Well, what I'm saying is that there's a lot to investigate. There's a lot over the last 8.5, 9 years that they need to put their focus to. I firmly believe, yes, release that list. I am on board with everybody else on this. Release the list. Release the JFK files. Release the RFK files. Do this. But I think there's a timing here as well. And when you present that and how you present it. Because I think it's going to take a little bit.
The more we think about this, and you made a point, and my wife made this point the other night too, is like you said, everybody on that list may have went to the island.
Correct.
Mean with underage.
Correct.
That's the whole point. That's the
whole point.
And stuff. And not everybody that was affiliated with Epstein was forced into it, right? It wasn't. So, there's got to be some care taken to that. Okay.
There does. There's got to be some care taken to it, but
which is wrong either way, especially, but anyway, but we just need to be careful. And I think I want the list. I don't want it redacted in terms of,
I don't either,
but I do understand. But here's another thing. Somebody made a comment last night on the 5. Is this leverage?
Oh, that's what I'm saying is somebody on that list that's talking, somebody on that list that they're investigating, somebody on that list that they're interviewing, questioning for leverage for something else. Not only did this happen, but this happened that you don't even know about, or this, I don't know. I would love to be a fly on the wall in that attorney general's office. I really would. But I think there's a timing issue here. So I'm going to give her some grace in this, but not much.
No, I'm right. Correct.
I'm the bitching as as well.
We don't know. It's something that you can't just, because if somebody name is on there and then they never went there, then there's lawsuits, there's everything else, defamations and everything. So I get the slowness. I just don't release it 3 months from
now. No. It can't take it. Yeah. It cannot take that long. It absolutely cannot take that long.
Yeah. Good,
so I wanted to
point,
start just kind of going, what? Public opinion needs to be restrained until the facts come out on who was on the island, and more importantly, why. Exactly. I think we need to just take a break on it. Maybe give her a little credit. Again, I'm not 100% Pam Bondi fan. I'm not. I'm 80% Pam Bondi, right? So I'm good with that. She was talking yesterday a little bit about some gun laws, maybe some red flag laws that I'm not in agreement with whatsoever. So again, as everybody, know the crowd, read the room, right?
Read the room.
So I'll give her a little grace in some of this. I like the fact that, there's no way Patel and Bongino at all let any of this crap go. So they are going to be working hard on it. Unfortunately, they do also have to answer to the attorney general. So that, I don't want that to be a stalling block for getting things done. So we'll see how she does. I think if she doesn't perform, I don't think Trump's going to wait around long.
No,
to be honest with you.
He's proven.
I honestly don't.
Yeah, he's learned from his last administration.
He sure has.
Right. He's
look
learned
at the executive orders. Look what he's doing. Look how he's talking. When he yesterday he writes that executive order for those idiots in the Jack Smith prosecution and all that. And the reporter says, "Isn't this targeting your opponent?" And Trump says, "Targeting? I've been targeted for 9 years. Don't talk to me about targeting." Okay. I mean, he's 100% correct.
If they did nothing wrong, then it's no big deal. We move on.
That's right.
But we know
they did stuff wrong.
Yeah, because they're talking now.
And we know that the mainstream media and the cable news networks were getting funding from USAID, and that's why all this is going on now. And anyways,
do you think and Comey's going on these networks and talking? He did not get a pardon. Okay, so he's talking. He's saying, do you think he's saying this stuff to protect his butt in terms of, so when Trump actually, because it's like, I did what I was told to do. I was directed to, it almost seems like that's what he's playing, because he doesn't have the get out of jail free card that some of the other people did. So do you think maybe he's trying to
leverage himself or cover his ass, basically?
Exactly.
Yeah, he's covering his ass. I mean, I assume maybe he is trying to do that. It doesn't matter.
I can't believe he's. You do know you did not get a pardon, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So anyway,
that's right. So here, let's put we got another one from Trump owning the press in the Oval. It's fun to watch. It is. It is. And it's a privilege to cover this president. It's a privilege to be part of the press crew to do that. Comey's trying to get out ahead of what's coming.
Yep.
FAFO is right, man. You know,
Yep.
Love that term, FAFO. Yeah. And so it's a privilege to do that. And they also are talking about the press credentials and who's covering and all that. And so Karoline Leavitt yesterday in her press conference had this to say about it.
No, for decades, a group of DC-based journalists, the White House Correspondents Association, has long dictated which journalists get to ask questions of the President of the United States in these most intimate spaces. Not anymore. I am proud to announce that we are going to give the power back to the people who read your papers, who watch your television shows, and who listen to your radio stations. Moving forward, the White House press pool will be determined by the White House press team. Legacy outlets who have participated in the press pool for decades will still be allowed to join, fear not, but we will also be offering the privilege to well-deserving outlets who have never been allowed to share in this awesome responsibility.
Like us.
Just like we added a new media seat in this briefing room, legacy media outlets who have been here for years will still participate in the pool, but new voices are going to be welcomed in as well. As part of these changes, we will continue the rotation amongst the 5 major television networks to ensure the president's remarks are heard far and wide around this world. We will add additional streaming services which reach different audiences than traditional cable and broadcast.
Yay.
This is the ever-changing landscape of the media in the United States today. We will continue to rotate a print pooler who has the great responsibility of quickly transcribing the president's remarks and disseminating them to the rest of the world. And we will add outlets to the print pool rotation who have long been denied the privilege to partake in this experience, but are committed to covering this White House beat. We will continue to rotate a radio pooler and add other radio hosts who have been denied access, especially local radio hosts who serve as the heartbeat of our country. And we will add additional outlets and reporters who are well suited to cover the news of the day and ask substantive questions of the President of the United States, depending on the news he is making on that given day.
Yeah. So
in other words,
FAFO.
You know, if they would have just done their jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
We wouldn't be discussing this.
Yep. Exactly. If they would have just done their job. So here, this headline: White House purges 442 reporters using new press credential rules. August 4th, 2023. Who was president then?
Yep. That was a big deal.
That was a big deal.
Nobody seemed to care then.
Nobody cared then.
Yeah.
Nobody cared then when the Biden administration did it. So touche. Good for you. Continue doing it.
Yeah.
Jim, do you have anything to add to that? Rick Gare, Nina Fafo shirt.
And then Crazy Dragon would buy one.
Yep.
And
Yep.
And Tarna.
I was just thinking that would be a great shirt. Tarna. Hey, welcome, Tarna. Didn't see their crazy Southpaw.
There you go, Rich.
Joining again. There you go. 2 guys, 1 coup. Fafo.
No, I think
do it.
Again, if they just did their damn jobs, we wouldn't be discussing this. And legacy media is the problem in this country.
Correct.
We rely on journalists to tell us what's going on.
Yep.
But you can't do that anymore. You just can't. They want to go after this president. They want to attack him. They want to destroy him. And they're not paying any attention.
Correct.
They're not paying attention what's going on. Have mistakes been made? Yeah, when you go that quick, you go that fast to try to fix stuff, mistakes are going to happen.
Yep, correct.
But we have needed this overhaul for many, many years.
Many years, even Trump's first presidency. So we're talking way before that even. we needed this overhaul and we needed this. And the fact that the Democrats are still bitching about government spending and what we're finding, and it just absolutely, remember when the liberals were, we need to cut spending. Remember the liberals, the old liberals, right? Maybe your parents' age or something like that, who were like, we need less government control, less government spending. Like, what the hell happened to those people? Oh, I know. The Ilhan Omars, the AOCs, the Rashid Tlaibs, you know, this is what's happened to that party. The Bernie Sanders, even, you know, the socialist whack jobs. Legacy Media is hemorrhaging many of their big stars, says it all. That's what.
And now's the time for me to bring this up.
Okay,
real quick. The NGOs, folks.
Yep.
The more we find out about these NGOs, the more we find out about who they were, what they're doing, and we find out that a lot of these networks were actually getting money from NGOs as well.
Correct. As well.
Okay. So now we know why they can be paid all these millions of dollars with only 150,000 people watching them.
Yep. That's right.
Joy Reid was down to what? 40,000 people.
Crazy.
40,000. But she's making how many millions of dollars doing the job?
Correct.
Rachel Maddow, who is the only one keeping MSNBC going. Who only does a show one time a week now. Makes millions of dollars. She's down to 140. She was over 1 million.
Yep.
She was, I mean, she was battling with Fox, you know, in
at one point.
At one point, she was battling Fox.
At one point.
So how did they get this money? We're finding out the NGOs is a money laundering scheme for judges, because I've got a video I want to play here in a little bit, for judges, politicians, anybody of major who can make decisions in this world. That's what the NGOs were. And we're finding out more and more now. Watch this, guys. This, maybe some of you knew this. I did not.
I didn't know about the NGO. I knew about the NGO. I knew, okay, there's a lot we knew about the NGOs.
The judge that's really hankering down on this, you know, Doge stuff or Trump's agenda. Watch, just listen.
Spare me the performative activism about being in a constitutional crisis. These people have absolutely no regard for, I think, anything rooted to the founding of this country. Just the latest example of this being the judge up in Maryland who swatted down President Trump's efforts to conduct ICE raids at churches or places of worship. And it's so interesting. Not only is this radical Obama appointee judge, you know, the whole trope, but I looked into his wife, who, believe it or not, was actually a member of the Biden regime, working at some anti-racist outfit, making sure that employment law didn't discriminate. But even more interesting, she actually has a track record of attacking President Trump on his immigration policy in the press, because she used to work for a very far left, open borders immigration group called the National Immigration Forum, whose top donor is, you guessed it, George Soros's Open Society Foundation. She was a vice president there. This is a group that advocates outright, so you know how radical they truly are, for mass amnesty of upwards of 11 million people. Like I said, they oppose all border security. She's a repeat Democrat donor, a far left activist. And this is who the media, when you read the story, they depict it as, oh, this judge is swatting down, you know, the, forever unconstitutional actions of President Trump. This group is engaged in active lobbying efforts against President Trump and the policies that the wife of the former VP of this group is now adjudicating on. So this is all obviously lawfare. They had 4 years to sharpen their knives. They've been court shopping. That's sort of the MO of all these resistance type lawfare groups. They know who to send their cases to. But I think Congress needs to get together. I know they're all putting out strongly worded tweets about how they want to impeach these rogue and radical judges with very clear conflicts of interest. But how about, instead of tweeting about it and putting out the letters and holding hearings, you actually do it? I haven't really seen any action, which I guess we should come to expect from this Congress. But someone needs to do something and actually impeach these judges who are having very, very clear conflicts of interest and are radical activists. I shouldn't even use the term judge. They're activists masquerading as judges.
Yep. Bingo.
So
well said.
Republicans in the House, are you hearing this?
Yes. Do something.
Do what your counterparts on the Democratic Party do. Come together and go after these judges who should be stepping aside, who should not be judging on this stuff, who is judging based on their money, their pocketbooks, and who appointed them, not by law, not by what it's supposed to be done. Okay.
Nope.
So when are they going to get there? I'm just so frustrated with this. And even if we get the 3 more Republicans back in when we start going through these special elections and everything, it still only gives us 221.
Correct.
And
that's
they
what I'm
all
saying.
have to stick together.
Yeah.
Now's the time to do it. But these NGOs, folks, I'm telling you, there is the premise of what an NGO is. Oh, wow, that's great. No, we want to help.
No.
That's not what it
We've
is.
known, and they've been
That is
involved in
not
sex
what this is.
trafficking. We have been literally Jewish Catholic, Jewish family services, Catholic family services. All these people go under the premise of they're religious. This is a good religious group who does this stuff. No, you've heard JJ Carroll before. If you haven't, look him up. He's been on the show multiple times. He knows everything there is to know about these NGOs, more than you'd even want to know. But let me, I'm going to play.
And again, how many of these bills, just real quick, how many of these bills are that the Democrats pass or Republicans pass or whatever they pass? There's money in there. We all know, right? They buy votes. Okay. So
Correct.
how much money of these bills that are going out there go to the mainstream media? To allow
Yep.
them to pay their high dollars with very little views.
We're about to find out, I feel. I believe we're about to find out those details. Of course, it won't be reported on the mainstream media, so stay tuned to shows like ours and Steve Bannon's and all that, and the network to actually bring you that stuff. I like Buckeyes. It was all a big money laundering scam. Yeah, and I think we all kind of probably felt that. Like, where the hell's the money go? You know, what is happening? But now we're learning it. I like this one. And Aiken, in honor of Black History Month,
but if
Joy
you see
Reid
the person that's replacing
is now
her,
history. Huh?
The person's replacing her. He's just as bad as she.
Oh,
is.
I know that. We called that Monday. I mean, like, it's not they're going to replace it. Yeah, it's like a transy dude, isn't it, or something, or like some. I don't know.
State-sponsored media reminds me of, I don't know, Russia and China. Exactly.
Right.
And we are a threat to democracy. By the way, I love your new logo here, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad. It was great. I like it.
Yeah, I do too. I do too. So anyways, that's what's going on there. And with the NGOs, the left are demons. They hate anything good. Yeah, it's a good versus evil situation.
You want to, before we get to our discussion on emails, you want to play another commercial, or do you want to just get into the emails?
Let's just get into this right away. If you want to do the emails now,
let's do the emails now, because I've got some videos and stuff, and
I don't have anything to play.
You don't? Oh, okay. So the emails, folks, if you haven't been, I don't care about you. I'm taking over.
You are.
If you haven't been paying attention,
got some balls, Jim.
If you haven't been paying attention, the workers, the public government workers, were asked by Elon Musk in 48 hours to submit to them an email giving them 5 things that you did this week. That's all. Basically just saying what your job is.
That's it. 5 bullet points.
What your job is. Oh my God.
I could do that in a minute.
If you everything that is going on about this, from the freaking Democrats in the Congress to the media, to everyone's like going, oh my God, how dare them? Have they ever worked a private day in their life? Have they ever worked a private job in their life where this is normal for us? You and I have to do something every week.
Yep.
every
week.
Okay. And most people have to do this. You have to see that you are bringing value to your
position, and or you're just alive and you're actually there.
It just goes to show you they've lost touch with the private sector. They have lost touch with the majority of Americans in this country, and they're going to defend these people who can't even explain their jobs. Now, I don't know if this is a federal employee. This is a person who's come out on X who said that watch what I hope she is. Maybe I'm fooled, but I hope she is. But here's what she said.
I am a federal employee.
Very hard to hear.
This Saturday,
I'd say.
Basically stating that I needed to highlight 5 accomplishments that I had last week, and to me, that was not a huge deal. I am someone who likes to highlight my accomplishments, and it was sent over in about a email that took me six minutes, something like that. I used to work for the private sector for about 13 years, so I was held accountable every day. I had lists of things that needed to be done every day, and it was just not a big deal to me to send that out. So I just want to say that. I would say highlight the things that you do. Highlight, who you are as a federal employee and the things that you're accomplishing. Like, just say it. I would encourage you to do that.
Yep. So it was hard to hear,
kudos.
but literally the gist of
Good
it
for
was
her.
that she was easy to do it. 6 minutes it took her. And whether she is a federal employee or not, we don't know. We can't prove that right now, but it doesn't matter. We all have, don't answer your boss for a day. See what happens to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then here's the other line of the spectrum, and we'll get into
Mhm.
this after it's done. But
And then
here's
show
another
some
one.
comments. Eric and
Okay.
Scott.
Again, this is on CNN. And then we'll show.
Oh,
Well, Saturday afternoon, about 3 p.m. And I felt absolutely infuriated getting this email with a demand within 48 hours to provide a
believe this?
response on what I did within the last week or face termination. This is clearly an attempt from Elon Musk to harass and bully and intimidate the federal workforce, which is part of his broader plan to gut the federal workforce and privatize public sector services to ensure that corporations like his own can get more profit. And that makes me really angry, and my coworkers as well.
so I can shorten this up, Jim, really, in a very short, I can literally sum that whole thing up. I haven't done anything.
Yeah. Well, again,
And
the
now
amount of
I'm a
time-
whiny liberal bitch.
The amount
about
of
it.
time she was on that show bitching about what they asked her to do, she could have done.
She could have done the 5 bullet points.
And CNN plays this to think people are going to feel sorry
For her. She's
because
collecting a paycheck from the federal government, and she's been asked to respond to an email on what she
God.
did. 5 things she did.
if just folks, just when you think nothing bad, nothing weird, more weird can come from the left, here
Oh,
we go.
Here we
Here we
go.
go.
It's all weird. I want to play Aikens. Here
Yep,
it is.
I was
5
gonna
things
do
I
that.
did last week. Change the oil in both cars, clean the chimney, tune up the lawnmower, fix the broken door on the chicken coop, and treated the missus to dinner at her favorite place.
Very good.
That didn't take long. That's 5 things you did last
Yeah.
week. That's 5
Did
things
that-
you did last week.
But you didn't go. You didn't. Well, we could have brought you on our show, Aiken, and you can complain about having to that we gave
Having
you
to have
that.
done all that, you
that
know,
we gave you that homework to do.
or having to even write it down. Not that you did it, but the
my
fact that you have to write it down in an email. Who doesn't do this? Most government, so M's dad, most government employees are completely out of touch with the rest of the world, just like celebrities. It's a
Turner,
cosmopolitan
you are exactly
lifestyle.
right,
that
and
we-
that's the whole point. What? Oh my
Turner.
God, they're being held accountable. Oh,
How dare they?
they're being asked to go to work.
Correct.
And you know
You
what their
know?
defense is? Well, now look at the traffic now.
See dragons? She's probably whispering because she's at
Yeah.
work.
It did look like she was at work.
It did look like she was, but again, we could have been fooled. But there's 2 examples of, and you can tell when you look. 5 accomplishments last week. Woke up, made coffee, showered, drank coffee, went to work. There you go.
And you did more than the government employees did. I'm just
You're,
saying.
you're right. You're right. He did that. Did he put 5 things he did last week?
Yeah. He's not
haven't
very
showered in a
energetic.
week?
That's all he does. That's all he does.
That's all.
Yes, Sam's dad. They're so entitled, and to go on CNN like that. How are they not embarrassed? How are they?
No,
Not
I don't
embarrassed
know.
about that?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Mini-ball.
Jim, let's go to Shop with
Mini-ball,
America.
hello.
After the Hey, mini ball. Thank you. Welcome. We're gonna go to Shop with America. He won't. I take pride in that shit. Right. Shop with America. We'll be right back. A lot more show to go through today. A lot more. Jim's actually gonna maybe even let me talk this episode. Be right back.
Welcome to Shop with America, where the emphasis is on America. Our movement is to switch away from your shopping with the big box stores and the mega corporations back to supporting family-owned, made in America. We've been giving these big box stores our money every day for years. But what's happened is they've forced many small businesses to shut down. We call this the illusion of choice. We see all these products in these stores, but in reality, it's only a few companies that control it all. There are thousands of lawsuits for health damage because they put profit over our people. But there is another choice. We found a better way. There's a family-owned American factory with product integrity. and have always done things the right way for the right reasons. And this company outperforms the big box stores. That's due to their month-to-month shopping club. They make everyday consumer products that we all use and buy again and again, like toothpaste, shampoo, coffee, and organic beef. Go to shopwithamerica.us today.
It's you, Jim. Let's talk about shopwithamerica.us.
Shopwithamerica.us. And folks, I did buy my first box. I did because I wanted to see what it had, what it had to offer. And the things that I have, go out and try it. They have cleaning products, they have makeup, they have health, nutrition, they have a lot of different
things.
Did you
buy the makeup, Jim?
They do not have coffee. But which is good because you want to go to Lock and Load to get your coffee anyway. But Shop with America,
where else do you want to go?
I like their multivitamin packs. I truly do. And I take them every morning and every night. You take one pack in the morning. It's easy to follow. It says AM, PM. You can't miss out on that. And they also have this shake that is for all of you who go out and spend all this money on these appetite suppressant pills that you have, you know, maybe they're $5 copay. I don't know. But you drink a shake a half hour before your meal. Okay. Whether you can do it
just like
dinner
you would
or you can do it at lunch.
One you'd buy at Walmart or somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can take this drink and you're not as hungry when you eat dinner.
But this is made in America.
But it's made in America with no chemicals. This is all healthy stuff that's out there. And folks, it works. I have taken it. And they have bars that you take 30 minutes before a workout. It helps give you energy. It helps with workout. It helps you. And then they have this shake that you drink after workout. Okay.
Have you? Can I ask? Have you started with the puberty blockers yet, or
I'm having some issues right now because I can't find the doctor that would do it.
Yeah,
but I'm working on that. So I promise.
Go to Maine. You know,
and that
go to Maine. Help
yourself. But we can do that now. We can hurt people's feelings again.
We can.
Because you hurt my feelings, and that really
shopwithamerica.us. I didn't hurt your feelings. It's impossible to hurt your feelings. Jim, I'm going to talk about a couple things.
Tarna, thank you very much.
Welcome. These guys are great. We love. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Tarna.
That is
huge. Huge thank you. Thank you, Mini Ball. Appreciate it.
Okay, sorry,
welcome.
Dale.
And again, if you are just joining us, I'm Dale. That's Jim. This is Two Guys, One Coup. And if you tuned in expecting to hear Bongino, it's us now. It's us now on Rumble.
I think we're better. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm not as qualified to be deputy FBI director, but as far as podcasts go, yeah, I think we're up there. We rank up there. I'm good with that. I don't think I'm being biased at all. I think I'm just good with that. Bongino, speaking of that, boy, he's still making them all squirm and piss their pants. The left. Mr. Blumenthal has something to say, and don't we always love when he has something to say in true liberal, ridiculous fashion? His comments just make the left look dumber if it's possible. I don't know that it's possible, but he seems to manage to do it. So here he is talking about Dan Bongino and how he's, just not qualified to be deputy FBI director.
Senator, what do you make of Dan Bongino potentially to be the deputy FBI director?
It would have been inconceivable that a person with his background would be
inconceivable.
Inconceivable. Law enforcement investigative agency in the world. He's a podcast ideologue without any qualification to head.
Podcast ideologue. You can't hear it. It is quiet again.
Power over people's lives to enforce the law and also to potentially misuse the law.
Misuse the law, he said. It was quiet. I apologize. Apparently, federal workers have to talk quietly.
It's just a podcaster. No background. No background law enforcement whatsoever.
No background. New York City police officer. No background as Secret Service agent. No background in law enforcement whatsoever. And that's what he had to say. Karoline Leavitt did say, Leavitt. Damn it, Dale. Why do I want to keep saying her name that way? Did have this to say at the press conference about Mr. Bongino.
anybody in this room has listened to Mr. Bongino when he talks about the past corruption at the FBI, when he talks about his experience serving for the United States Secret Service. This is a man who loves his country.
Wait, he served for the United States? I thought he was just a podcaster.
Yeah, okay. I thought maybe he was talking about us.
Fake news.
Because if we were appointed deputy director, of the
We
FBI,
have people
maybe
should
he has
probably
a point.
question that, and rightfully so.
And who has honorably served our country in ways that many people have not. He understands the depth of the corruption at these institutions, which the American people reelected President Trump to shake up. And I think it's quite despicable to see many networks in this room who have had chyrons on their television screens labeling Mr. Bongino as a far-right podcaster. He is not. He is a former law enforcement agent. He is a former Secret Service agent who put his life on the line to protect this country, and that is why the President of the United States has entrusted him for this important role. He's also an outsider to this Washington swamp, and we often see that when outsiders are appointed to such coveted positions, a lot of people in this city get very, very nervous, and they should be, because Dan Bongino and Kash Patel and Attorney General Bondi are focused on rooting out the corruption at these agencies and ending the weaponization of government.
Shocking. I mean, honestly, just shocking. And in the middle of that, I was laughing, not at what she said, but again at Buckeye.
Yeah.
Just literally spelling out retard in the comment.
Aiken, we'll play your comment here in a bit.
All right.
I want to play this, but let's finish on this thought with Bongino.
Yeah. Oh no, that's fine. Yeah. It's just, I don't know how much longer this whole Bongino, of course they have to. It's not like the Republicans sit there and say, hey, Biden's picks were all great. I just can't believe when you look at Biden's staff and the transgenders and the cross-dressers and the weirdos in general and the lunatics, how they can still just be spewing like, oh, this guy's not qualified or that woman's not qualified, or, it just amazing. Go on, Jim. You're good. You're good. I just had to play
insane. That. You're right. Yeah.
They're insane.
It's crazy. They've got people that are doing the jobs and doing what they're supposed to do, not DEI hires like the Biden administration was. Let's face it. That's all it was. Are you trying to tell me that Levin was qualified to do that job? No, she was, because she was dressed like a she.
What did he do anyways in that position?
But Aiken, you make a good point here, because this is something that I did forget to talk about this. Did you see the new approval rating coming out for the mayor of Chicago?
Yeah. Pritzker?
6. No, the mayor.
No, he's
of
the
Chicago.
governor. The mayor. Yeah. What's his name?
Johnson, I think.
Yeah.
6%
approval rating.
And guess
they
what?
Somehow found somebody worse than Lori Lightfoot. I know. When Lori Lightfoot, Yeah.
He'll probably be reelected.
He probably will. And everyone will be like, oh, 6%. That makes sense that he's reelected. Tarna, she is kicking their ass. True. I think Dragon or somebody before said he really loves his press secretary, but then followed it up with, but the last press secretary set the bar so low. So maybe that's why I really love this. Dragon Rate's fine. I thought Jim was referring to the shake at the bottom of the weed bag a bit ago.
Because Dragon said that.
Anybody got a Bongino stood for bong in name only. I mean, the grinder. Jim doesn't know anything about this, people. So I'm telling you right now, if it comes to the devil's lettuce, Jim knows nothing about it. Yeah, shake is what you grind. You grind it down, and the shake's at the bottom of it. So
I thought they were talking about the shakes I have for.
Ask your son, the police officer. He pulls someone over. There's probably shake on the ground. He'll understand.
He does from your kids, because when he talks about what's that?
Yeah,
Dad, come on.
You're thinking milkshake. Yeah. So
I love milkshakes.
You love milkshakes. Anyways, we'll educate Jim as the show goes on about the marijuana and the lingo when it comes around to it. Dabs, he probably has no idea what that is. I mean, there's all sorts of things. You do know what gummies are, right?
Yeah, I know what gummies are.
Okay, yeah, not the Haribo little gummy bears.
I know what gummies are.
Similar texture.
I was about ready to say something, but I get somebody in trouble. But yes, I know what gummies are.
Okay, well, I didn't know how far you knew. You're literally the choir boy of the crowd here. Trust me.
I am.
You are. You're a good.
I am one of few people that can honestly say I've never touched it.
Never touched marijuana. Never once in your life.
Nope.
Never smoked a cigarette or
Smoked a cigarette once and then got sick, and my father smoked, and so I just never did. Never did.
Yeah. Wow.
Someone likes gummies.
Yeah, gummies. They're there's nothing wrong with them.
I'll reach out to you, Mike.
I might be able to help in this field. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it is,
and I'm proud of it. So
be proud of it. I mean, it's just like, it's like you were, I think 31 and you were still a virgin. I mean, so be proud of the fact that those are good things for you. That's very wholesome, and there's nothing to be
31, huh?
Well, I don't know how old you were, but it was similar.
I was 22 when I got married. So,
well, still 9 years. I can't believe she waited that long after you married to consummate the marriage. Nope. I know your children's ages. I know exactly when it happened. If in fact they are your children, that guy wait on.
One's in question.
Jim, we'll move on. Thank you for listening to the Personal Jim Hour. We'll get into more of his deep down. Jim never tried marijuana. Maybe that
it's not because I haven't tried marijuana. I can tell you,
might have been a better baseball player if he had it.
Again, that hurt my feelings.
Let's put up what Dragon said. My dad caught me smoking cigarettes once and made me smoke a whole cigar in front of him. Oh. That's when I started smoking cigars real heavy.
So that didn't work, did it?
I learned it from you, Dad.
That was one of those backfire moments, right?
Exactly. Duck, now we are entering a subject I don't want to hear. You're correct, Duck. I won't get into any more deep down personal things with Jim that I completely make up most of the time. Just so you know. But, just so you know. I have no idea.
Know that, but
I hope so too. Let's get into real quick. I'm going to talk a little bit about Mr. Crenshaw.
Yeah.
He's not even a RINO anymore. He's literally he's a lefty. I mean, he's literally, I think, progressive left. This is also hard to hear, but we all heard it and we know it. And I just want to go into it a little bit. But this is him on Hot Mic talking about Tucker Carlson and what he would do to Tucker Carlson.
Have you ever met Tucker?
We've talked a lot. If I ever meet him.
So that he said, we've talked a lot on Twitter. And then this he's saying, and they got the words up that I'll fucking kill him. He's the worst. And so a lot of people would be like,
it is.
And a lot of people would be like, I'll just effing kill that guy. I'd effing kill him, if I saw him or something like that. There's a difference because I'm not a sitting member of Congress, right?
Correct.
There's a certain decorum. He's denied even saying it. He literally is coming out and lying about the lie that he told, or whatever. It's just, he's absolutely come out and said, Crenshaw is a traitor,
Yes,
Hempstead. There's no doubt about it.
Completely fooled us.
Fooled me at first.
Us.
Not over we've seen his actions over the last year or so.
I meant when he first started running.
But correct.
Fox had him on all the time.
I know. And I can't take away his service Navy SEAL. I mean, honest to God, I will never take that away from him. And I thank him for all that service. Yep. I just don't understand who bought him.
Yep.
Ukraine
Somebody got him.
Ukraine money bought him. I can guarantee you that. That guy's voted for money for Ukraine for can't tell you how many times. So he's a Lindsey Graham, basically, except missing one eye.
Rich.
Again,
I gotta play Rich.
What? If you put the federal government in charge of the Sahara Desert in 5 years, there'd be a shortage of sand.
Mike, you're right. Crenshaw
is the epitome of establishment scum. You're right. These are the people that need to be removed. Good point,
we do this
Mike.
With Dems and Republicans.
Uh-huh.
We do this with both. We don't just sit there and attack the left.
No,
right?
That would ruin what little credibility you and I have in life. Right?
Correct.
So, I mean, it's true. Why would anybody? You literally, you have to point out both sides of the aisle. So absolutely no doubt about it. So I wanted to play that a little bit. Also, Jim, I know you've got some other things too. I'm just going to quickly get through a couple things real quick.
Cool.
President Trump came out and visited the crowd that was on tour. The First Lady, Melania, actually set that up, reopened it again. Remember, during his first presidency, he would do this quite often. And that's the hell of a treat, right? To see the president, for him to come out and do that. That's incredible. Here's here's the scene, and here's what took place during yesterday's tour.
Thank you very much for coming. The tour is so great. We did such a good job. First Lady worked very hard on making it perfect, and I think you're going to really love it. And I heard you were here, and I said, let's stop by and say hello. And it's a group of very smart-looking people, I must say. Very smart. Maybe someday you'll be here as the president, right? Somebody in this group has a chance.
And there's
have
people
a
in
good
that
time.
group that
Have
don't
a great
like
tour,
you.
and you're going to give them a special tour, okay? You're going to get a special tour. Have fun, everybody.
It's awesome. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. As a reminder, here's how the Biden White House greeted people.
This is great.
This isn't fake. It's not. I wish it was, but you've all seen it, but it's been a while. Here's how the Biden administration greeted folks.
Welcome to the White House.
Thank you.
Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Year. Happy Pride Life.
Yeah.
Transgender children.
You are beautiful.
You are heard.
You belong.
You're understood.
You are loved.
And you belong. Some of the bravest and most inspiring people I've ever known.
You're welcome.
Good folks.
Can we take a little video? Hi, Mr. President. It is an honor. Trans rights are human rights. Oh, it's a video. Oh, it's a video.
You remember.
The monument's in the back, right?
Gay news.
Yep.
Are we topless at the White House?
Yep. Thank God. Imagine. Look how far we've come in the short time. Thank God.
Yeah.
Could you even imagine Kamala Harris coming out to greet the crowd on a tour? No, first of all, there'd be no tour. Wouldn't be open again.
Oh,
that wouldn't happen.
No, right.
We'd have more of that crap, right? It's fine. You want to support gays, you want to support transgender. I mean, that's your choice. That is not a president's duty to do that kind of thing on the White House grounds. You've got the American flag up there with the pride flag and the other bullshit hanging next to it. I'm sorry, dude. That's just not to the point. You're right. That's an ugly dude. Agreed. That's an ugly dude.
Yeah. Sorry, M's dad.
What? Oh,
Right before lunch. Thanks.
yeah. Sorry. You eating pizza again? I didn't mean to do that right before lunch, but that's I wanted to show the contrast, the literal contrast in the two.
I mean, even if it was a whole different setting, because first of all, did Biden even have tours in the White House? Did they even have it when he was there?
There are two of them. Is that when they turned the columns rainbow at the White House? Absolutely right, Minnie Ball. And then they are such an embarrassment to our country. Thank God that is over.
And guess what, folks? It's not that we're not saying they can't be who they are. We're not saying they can't do this. We're just saying it's not going to be at the White House.
Yeah.
All right. We're just it's not going to be. Do what you want to do. We're just not going to. And that's all.
Yeah, I know. It's your Dragon's comment. If dudes want a big chest, try the bench press.
Or just eat a lot.
Just eat a lot. I mean, I probably got me some little man boobs, but I'm not taking my shirt off into White House, and I'm not saying, "Hi, Mr. President." Yeah,
top five dudes that look
like ladies. That would be an amazing top five. That are not transitioning. You
might be my number one. Because when you shaved.
I know I did, folks. I did. I accidentally slipped with the razor this morning. I used the wrong setting, and now I look 12.
Yes, Minnie Ball. That's exactly right. Do what you want to do as an adult. Leave the children alone.
Sort of.
We've
do what
always
you want to do as an adult. Again, we always say that, but you know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, do that. So, anyways, that was a contrast. I really wanted to play that. Just a couple more things. I don't know if, so I'll play this one first. Kamala went and visited the fires in California.
Now?
I can't, yes.
Oh, she's running for governor.
Yeah, now that they're out.
Excuse me, she's being appointed governor. Excuse me.
Yeah, sorry, she's being appointed governor. That's right. I can't, every day, the winning, everything that's going on in the administration, we just thank God. And we, honestly, thank God this is the path we went down. Thank God we won. Thank God people did all the hard work to make sure that it happened. Every time she speaks, it raises another level of thank Godness for me. It just adds to, boy, the bullets we dodged with this one. Here she is speaking about the fires.
When you see this, you're here, you're now.
Nothing goes through her mind, by the way.
Well, it goes through.
Yeah. It doesn't stay. Good point. Here she is.
Seeing it up close.
Seeing up close.
It's not only seeing it, Alex, you can smell it. You can feel it, right? So it's seeing it with our eyes, and many people have seen it. You all are covering it. But to literally be on the ground here, you can smell the smoke that was here. You can feel the toxicity, frankly, of the environment. You can feel the energy of all of the folks who are still here on the ground.
I'm sorry.
That's
you not answer a simple effing question without sounding retarded. No. You ever been near a fire, a campfire? Not only can you see it, but you can smell it. You smell smoke?
Like, and depending how long you're camping, you can smell it for a week on you.
A week?
Takes a while to get it out.
You ever go camping? Come home, all your clothes smell like that? Yeah,
Yep.
Folks, guess what? So thank God we dodged that bullet. And
Hasn't
one
California
other
suffered enough.
Haven't.
But guess what, folks? They're going to vote her in.
They are. She'll be in. She'll be in. I mean, they voted Adam Schiff, for the love of God. I mean, they couldn't have ran probably a worse candidate than Steve Garvey, honestly. I'm fat, but I definitely identify as skinny. I'm trans, slender, Grit Garez, and you're not fat at all. We know you're buff and beefy. But speaking of that, he'll be on the show tonight.
Yep.
The Warrior Shield. Him and Chance Shoel, who is the president of Warrior Shield. Rich, obviously, the treasurer of Warrior Shield Foundation, will be here 6 p.m. Eastern. So stay tuned for that. If you follow us, you'll get that notification. If you don't follow us, follow us. That's all I got to say. So, am I freezing up again?
Nope.
Okay. Ask Edgar. I don't know if you've seen him. Ask Edgar with America. Follow him on X if you do not. It's a puppet. The guy does a puppet. It's Edgar. And he's at the Ilhan Omar. I don't know if it was a speech or rally she was at, but he wanted to just have some questions with her. This is a great video. A little bit of language. That's all right. You can deal with it. We're all grown adults here. Ask Edgar with America. Follow him on X. But here's that footage.
We're here eagerly awaiting for Ilhan Omar to speak. Ilhan Omar is famous for many, many things. And I want to speak very softly and respectfully here.
Ilhan Omar, did you consummate the marriage to your brother? Which is worse, immigration fraud or brother fucking? Are there any other relatives you...
I'm sorry. I don't know. I think you froze up, Dale. But anyway, it finished with that. There you're back.
Yeah, it went away again. I'm down to one bar. Can't wait. Yeah, that is one of the funniest. I can't even. That is so good and so well done. Literally,
I'm gonna speak real quiet.
Yeah. What's worse, immigration or brother fucking? I can't even with this guy. Anyways, I wanted to play that, Jim. You can go ahead and play your stuff since my internet's taking a crap.
Okay, so a
again
couple
for
things
minute.
just real quick. Kristi Noem has some announcement to make. Thank God. Now let's see what happens.
Some leakers. We are continuing to get more. They will be fired. There will be consequences. And remember, when they leak information to the press in order to blow an op, they are putting law enforcement lives in jeopardy. They are risking their lives and putting their families in the position where they'll have to live without those individuals any further. So you bet we have used every tactic that we have. If you remember, we talked just last week about how I'm using polygraphs to go after and to really interview these folks because we are a national security agency. I have that tool I can use. Also looking at their emails, looking at their communications. And it's amazing how these bureaucrats who have an agenda to stop the work that we're doing to bring safety to America, how they will sell each other down the river if it's just to protect themselves. So don't worry, I am doing everything to find these leakers and to get rid of them so that we can do our work and our law enforcement officers and agents can do it safely.
Guys, they are posting on telephone poles all over town.
Their pictures and addresses.
ICE. Now, that is a crime.
That is a crime.
You cannot do that. But what they are doing is, folks, right now, okay, they want to make it sound like we're going into schools and taking out children from schools. That is not what's going on right now. What we are doing right now is getting rapists, murderers, drug dealers, gang members, people who harm other human beings out. That's who they're protecting. Let's not forget that. That is who they're protecting. And it's disgusting and it's sick. And I'm glad she pointed it out. Prosecution needs to happen.
Correct.
Because they're putting these agents' lives, federal agents' lives, in danger by doing that.
Yep, exactly. You got that right. There was a comment up here, and it was about Kamala's speech, and it was from Dragon, I believe. Anyways, when she was talking about, if I can find it, I'll find it. But it was when Kamala was talking about not only can you see it, you can smell it and all that. He said the same thing about Montel Williams.
Oh, yeah, I did. I did see that one. That was, sorry, Mike.
Yeah. Everyone in Sam's is looking at me. What?
Dragon, that was fantastic. If you're on X, it's on all over X right now. So
yeah, it is. I mean, of course.
Yeah, you probably did have to think about
I probably had to think about that one.
Well,
probably.
did.
Yeah. I mean, unbelievable, honestly.
Okay, so real
Jim,
quick, I want to show something. We've had some very bad plane crashes but folks, I don't know if you've seen this video. Watch
the one from
video.
Chicago.
This is not a DEI pilot.
No, from Chicago.
Yep. Here comes the plane in his taxiing across
to the left.
Where he's at.
Yep.
Back up he goes.
Thank God that Southwest pilot was paying the hell attention. What is happening?
And we need to talk to an actual pilot because to me, that seems difficult. You're coming down, you're landing, and all of a sudden you have to pull right back up.
Yep.
And because that idiot.
That was seconds away from a massive, another massive flight disaster in this nation. What is going on? That's not a DI. Is there anybody got any answers for who okayed him to cross the runway? Do people look out windows ever? Yeah. I mean,
it's not. Yeah, there's these windows. Hey, look.
Do people look before crossing the street? Is that what we've come down to now? Parents never taught these children to look both ways before crossing the street, and now they're pilots. Like, what's going on here?
Crazy, but kudos to that pilot. Kudos.
Thank God that pilot.
Now maybe the tower told him pull up. Maybe the tower told him, we don't know.
Whatever.
Point of the matter
doesn't matter. Thank God for who was paying attention. Right. Whoever that was averted disaster. Jim, what time is it, buddy? Top 5 overrated male actors. I could have done a top 100. And there could have been a lot of them tied for number 1. Yeah. That's the problem. I, myself, as I do on all Wednesdays, will present first. Jim.
Sir.
Drum roll, please. That was great. Our budget is too extensive here. If we could only get some of that USAID money, we could have a real show.
Wait a minute. I wonder if we.
Oh, what?
Hold on.
By the way, listen. Middle of March, I'm supposed to get fiber installed. Fingers crossed, people. Yes, it's supposed to happen to me. Wi-Fi will forever, ever, never be bad again. We'll see. Hey, my top 5 overrated male actors. Let's get to this list. My number 5, folks. Yep, Jesse Eisenberg. Absolutely, to me, makes every movie worse. Don't talk to me about social media. Social Network, that movie. He played the part of Mark Zuckerberg because he's exactly as exciting as Mark Zuckerberg. So if you see Mark Zuckerberg in any situation, that's hit this guy. Yeah. In every movie, he's the same character. He's playing the same role. Do you agree?
Yep.
Jim?
Oh, yeah. Just wait.
Just wait. We agree on probably a lot of them, don't we? So that is my number 5, Jesse Eisenberg. Number 4, Vin Diesel. Yes, you're right. Might be controversial to some people because they're like, I love Fast and Furious. I don't name. I am Groot. Besides him voicing that in Guardians of the Galaxy, and he was never shown, and that was his only line, in the entire movie. What else? This guy cannot act.
Yeah. He's
movies, terrible.
Good movies, but he's not a great actor. You're right.
And
some of the movies he was in,
like
I do like the Fast and Furious. The first one was good, but then after that they got a little crazy. But
they're stupid. The other 10,
but yeah, he's not a great actor. I completely agree with you.
He's terrible, absolutely terrible in an actor, overrated to a point. I mean, I don't think anybody's knocking down his door to get him in a movie. So maybe he's not overrated. Maybe they really know his skill set. But to me, overrated, and I can't stand him. Number 3, Robert Pattinson. The vampire goobery looking. I mean, no wonder he played the role. He looks like one in general. Nothing. He's good in nothing. And he wasn't good in Twilight. And Twilight movies I thought sucked anyways. A lot of people like them. I get it. That's fine. It's a different age group, different genre. I'm not big into vampire-y movies in general. Lost Boys, phenomenal. But other than that, this guy just sucks. Yeah. He's just a terrible, terrible actor. Yeah. Number 2, Mark Ruffalo. Not only because of his political beliefs, and I separated political from acting.
We had to do, yes.
Absolutely. I had to, because there's a lot of political ones, obviously, that I could be in top 5 that I didn't. I just literally focused on acting in general. What role does he do that's different? That he's not the same milquetoast, boring, just easy, stupid role. It's the same in every movie. I don't care if he's playing Bruce Banner or if he's playing some other role. It's the same guy. There's nothing there that makes me say, oh, I got to go see a Mark Ruffalo movie ever. My number 1 is Mark Hamill.
Pants fall down.
Pants fall down Hamill. I had to put that picture up there. Mark Hamill, I don't think he was, first of all, I'm not the biggest Star Wars people, but I can watch the movies. I don't think he made those movies at all. It wasn't him and his acting. What else has he been in that's been good?
Well, the only thing I can think of is
he was in Big Bang Theory.
Well, he did I guess he was the Joker in the animated series, and he did the voice of the Joker very well. I think people can do voices different than acting. Exactly.
Like him in a role. This guy has rode this Star Wars.
I don't disagree with this at all.
I'm not trying to justify it. I'm just, in my thought process is, he rode this Star Wars shit and he's done nothing since. Like, there's nothing to him. He's just, I think, a piss poor actor. So that is my top 5 overrated actors. Jim, are we going to comments before?
Yeah, let's do comments.
Okay, you got them?
Yeah, Dragon just want to do a disclaimer. They're all overrated. You're right.
I told you, it's a hard list. Top 5. Robert Pattinson.
Yes.
Tyler Perry, agree with.
Agreed.
You're not wrong. So you're not wrong on any of these.
Seth Rogen, John Cena. You know what's funny about Seth Rogen?
Yeah.
When he's the star of the show, it's terrible. He is horrible. He's better as a co-star where the role's not as big. But
he was good in 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Yeah.
And that's
exactly.
I don't think he's great at all. I think you're absolutely John Cena, Vin Diesel. To me, I could have put Dwayne Johnson on there on that list.
The Rock. Yep.
What role does he do that's different? Yeah, I think he's a terrible actor too. But that's a great list. Don Cheadle.
Dragon. Yep.
Okay. Pedro Pascal. But see, I'm with you on everything except Ben Affleck. And I hate his politics. I really do, and I hate him. But I think he can at least play some different. I think he's good when he plays the Boston Gang guys. I think he's good, in The Town. I think those are good movies. I think he's better than to be on the top 5, but I could see why somebody would put him on there.
Right.
No doubt about it.
Yep.
James Franco, Tobey Maguire, no doubt.
No doubt. Right.
Yeah, I couldn't put Robert De Niro because he's in The
was in one
Godfather.
of my favorite movies. Yeah.
The
He was
rest, you're
like-
absolutely right.
Yeah.
Hayden Christensen, James Franco, Shia LaBeouf, Adam Driver. I agree. Totally overrated.
Yeah.
Actor.
Adam, you got 2 Star Wars guys here, and I completely agree.
Totally
Can't argue with any of these.
Nope, I can't either. Nope. Those are good lists.
So Sharon has Harrison Ford and Arnold Schwarzenegger, and
Ford.
I love Indiana Jones, so I can't put him on.
But
here.
it's a different role. Is it that and Air Force One? Are those different people?
But
Hunt for Red October.
I don't think was ever a good actor. I agree with you there. I don't.
Arnold never.
He just did great
Action.
action movies.
I don't think Sylvester Stallone's a great actor, but I like him in some roles, right?
Correct.
So I don't think that's bad.
To the
Tom
point.
Cruise, Tom Hanks.
Ooh, Black.
Ooh, that's a rough
Captain
one. And
America.
I hate Tom Hanks. Yeah, Black Captain
Charlie
America.
Sheen.
Charlie Sheen, agree. I don't think Charlie Sheen's a great.
Batista, right? I would go with that. I have no
can't
problem
say
with those.
Tom Hanks is bad.
Yeah, that's a tough one for me.
It's a tough one. I hate his politics. If we're going political only, yes, there'd be a long list of tied for number ones, and Robert De Niro would be on that list, no doubt about it. So, but that's your list, and I don't top
Buckeye
5.
did her
Her
cover
cover songs. Yes, because of the whole Rumble thing last week and all that. So Tina Turner, Proud Mary. This is from Monday's show. So if you're just joining. We did this on Monday, but we got disconnected, from Rumble and all that. So we told Buckeye we'd play that here. Tina Turner, Proud Mary, Pearl Jam, Last Kiss, good one. Dwight Yoakam, Suspicious Minds.
Pearl Jam's Last Kiss almost made my list.
Yep, that's good.
I love that song.
Dwight Yoakam over Elvis's Suspicious Minds. Interesting. Johnny Cash, Hurt, no doubt about it. Life of Agony, Don't Forget About Me. Good list. Good choice. I don't disagree with any of them. Duck. Jim Carrey, George Clooney, Ben Affleck, Will Smith, Tom Cruise. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? What people think are overrated. I don't, I could see it. I could see it. That's for sure. If we don't have any more, Jim, or we could do it. Oh,
no,
yeah,
we have more.
Dwayne Johnson, great. See, I don't think Tom Hanks is overrated.
I don't think so either. Yeah, but that's okay. That's what
Steven Seagal.
Seagal.
Thank you for mentioning him. You're not wrong. You are absolutely not wrong. Steven Seagal.
Like I said, great action movies. He's terrible actor.
Terrible actor. Yeah. Terrible actor. So Keanu Reeves, Jack Black, no doubt. Alec Baldwin. So there you go, Jimmy, and Ben Affleck.
Yep.
You're not wrong. They're not wrong. Steven Seagal, worst actor ever. I think he's right up there. Yes, worst actor ever. I think so too. Honestly, I think Mark Hamill's up there too. Actors who I used to respect, but Tom Hanks, Harrison Ford, Alec Baldwin, Robert De Niro, Johnny Depp. 100. That's a good list of people you used to respect because they kept their mouth shut and we didn't care about the political. Do your dance for us, monkey. Entertain us. That's what we pay you for. We don't give a crap about your acting. Huh?
I knew where Bruce Willis stood on the political spectrum.
Yep, correct. Mm-hmm.
But that's not what I watched his movies for. And
he's a terrible actor now.
Yeah, so it's like when they came out with the black. I'm glad you put that out there, but the black Captain America, McKee.
Yep.
His issue was, and it's like, guys, shut up.
Yeah.
Because they come out and then they make these comments. They make like the Snow White. They can't shut up.
They can't shut up about it.
That's why people aren't watching it.
Correct.
That's why. Anyway.
That's right. That's all right. Thank you for providing your list. Jim, let's get to yours now. We literally have to. You got a bunch of actors on there, pictures.
Oh,
there's some on there that could have made the list.
I made a top 50 list.
I know.
I was just kidding.
Yep.
My number 5, I changed at the last minute.
Tell people.
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson is terrible.
And the reason why he did it, that he won over the other ones, folks, if you watch the Batman that he was in, it was a bad movie anyway, but he made it worse.
Correct.
And it was terrible. Horrible. Yep. I don't get it. I don't understand the whole process, but it is what it is.
Yep.
Number 4, Alec Baldwin. Outside of The Hunt for Red October, I don't. Nothing he has done. He's just not. To me, he's not funny. He's not a good actor, and it has nothing to do with political. That's just my opinion. I don't like him. I just don't. He's just not.
I'm okay with that.
Number 3, Dylan McDermott.
I agree with this one too.
I just can't. guys, I can't watch him in a show. I can't watch him in a movie. He's just it's
boring.
He's not good as serious. He's not
Yeah.
good serious actor. He's just not. And my wife's gonna kill me on this one because she likes him. But I don't.
I mean, I think the first year of when he was on American Horror Story, I think that was
I never watched that, but okay.
That was a pretty good initial series. I'm not a big fan of that series because they have they're all liberal weirdos on it anyway. So I try not to support it. But I did watch the first one just because I was like, what's this all about? And he did okay. I mean, but he's the same character every time. So you're right. I think he's
I'm
overrated.
just not a big fan. Number 2, Pete Davidson. Somebody needs to explain this to me.
Explain a lot to us.
I
on Pete
don't
Davidson.
understand this. Not
100%
funny
agree with this
at all.
Mhm.
And every commercial he comes on, what's the point?
He can't
Anyway.
act. He's terrible at acting. He's not good looking. He lands every hot star in Hollywood. I don't know how that's happened. I'm thinking, he's probably doing pretty
I've
well down
heard.
there.
I've heard.
You heard, Jim? You've heard?
Well,
I haven't
there's-
heard that. I'm
there's
just thinking
rumors
that.
out there. But anyway,
Wow.
So anyway, but Pete
That's how I
Davidson
landed my
sucks.
wife. So.
And then my number 1.
Yep. Okay. Good.
If you want to ruin a good storyline, put him in the movie.
I think
Okay?
Justin Timberlake sucks at acting too, but
The Batman versus Superman one. That was a bad movie.
He was like
He made it
Luthor.
worse. He made it worse.
Why was
Absolutely
he?
worse. That movie he was in, I cannot remember it. Somebody needs to help me. But the movie where he played with a group of magicians that pulled
Now
off
You
the
See Me?
greatest,
Or something like that.
Now You
or
See Me. Now You See Me.
There was 2 of those. He was in
That
both.
was a good movie. He was terrible. I can't.
The only thing
watch
I
him
think he
act.
did okay in was Zombieland. That's
Yeah,
the
that
only
was
thing
about
I
as
think
close.
That's about as close
That
as I
was
could
about as
stomach it.
close.
And that was probably more because of Woody Harrelson to me.
But still
that's,
over.
you know,
I just can't. I can't do it with him.
I
If
can't
you want to
either.
ruin a movie, put him as the star.
Jesse Eisenberg's the reason to ruin a movie. I agree. He's terrible. I don't get it either. Who else do we have up here? Oh, we got
Buckeye. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Bloodsport is freaking awesome. It was
great movie.
That
He
is
sucks.
a great movie. He is a terrible actor. Absolutely.
Yep. Absolutely. Any more?
And yeah, there's I want to thank you, Dragon. I got
yeah.
You don't compliment me, so I have to put
I said it was a great list. I didn't disagree with any of it.
great, good.
Jesse
Yeah.
is a horrible
Yeah, he is,
person
yeah.
in
Yeah, we
person.
tried to
That's what
keep
I've
our-
heard. I heard he's a prima donna dick anyway.
We tried
so,
to keep our
yeah.
personal political opinions away from it. But yeah, he is bad.
Mhm.
He's terrible. What's this?
Tarna wanted to put her songs for Monday
yep.
because again,
Yeah, she
we
was.
couldn't do
Yeah,
that.
she wasn't able to join us.
Songs, Wild Thing, Sam Kinison, Born Under a Bad Sign, Pat Travers, Smoking in the Boys Room, Motley Crue,
Yep.
Higher
That was on
Ground,
my
Red
list.
Hot Chili Peppers, good one, almost made my list. Crimea River, Aerosmith, and Judas Priest, Green. Yeah, so
Showed
we
up
just,
again.
It showed up again, and then
Wow,
Dragon
awesome.
sent that song to us. Why we never paid attention to that song?
I knew the song.
Yep. but
When
not the
I
name.
played it because I have the album, I
Yep.
knew the song. I was like, holy cow, I didn't realize because I'm not a big Fleetwood Mac fan. I'm just not a big.
Oh
Fleetwood
no,
Mac.
correct. Yeah, me neither.
So
But
yes,
yeah, that was a great song.
Smoking
It was
in
a
the
good
Boys
choice.
Room, Tarna was on my list. So
Yep.
we're with the Judas Priest thing, we got some Priest fans out here. That's awesome.
We do. I mean, that's good. It's all that leather, the leather guys that you like, Jim. You like all those.
I love
together.
men in leather. I don't know.
You
what
do.
it is.
Again, personal hour with Jim. Here, Jesse is a horrible person. Oh, you said that already. Great list, Jim. That was that. And agree. A Buckeye, Patriot Raider, Tarna. What did Buckeye say here? Oh, did you miss some?
No, I put that up here.
Oh, Micah to the point. Yeah, blood sport saved them. You're right. That's all it was. Yep. Up there was Seagal.
Some of these actors that do these action movies, the action movies are just great. The movies are great in terms of, they're not excellent. They're not going to win any Academy Awards, but they're just
They're not gonna win
awesome. But
shit.
the actors, they're terrible. Just like
Terrible.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, just terrible actor, but dang, those movies were good.
Correct.
So,
Correct. Folks, listen, show notes. Again, we're going to be here again tonight. Just the chat. We're going to be here. Just the chaps. Jim likes just the chaps. I got a picture of him in a parade on the back of a motorcycle. I will bring that up someday.
That is AI. That is not true.
Jim, you can't claim everything's AI.
Yes.
You know,
for this one, I can, especially when my aunts saw it. Thank you.
Stay tuned Monday for that picture coming to the Two Guys One Coup. There's a good picture of him that was snapped by somebody in the Biden administration, I believe.
Can't wait.
Folks, show note tonight, 6 p.m. Please join us. It's going to be all about the Warrior Shield Foundation and the Warrior Weekend that's coming up this September in beautiful Orlando, Florida, which Jim is going to. I'm going to. Our spouses are going to. Our families are going to.
Yeah.
It's going to be an amazing weekend as always. But we're going to talk about the foundation and what you can do to help.
Point is going
Mike
to be
to the point. Yeah, we're supposed to. Mike, if you're listening, we're supposed to call you. I don't know, 2 weeks ago about it. Listen, you might just need to reach out to us because we're idiots. Just do it. And so thank you. We'll see you there too as well. Dragon, we appreciate it. Please join and tell everybody that you can.
And if you can, while we're talking, because we are going to do it, we're going to mention it many
times.
Go to warriorshield.org
Correct.
and donate money to Warrior Shield. It's going to be kind of a mini telethon. We're not going to have a running total up there.
No. We just want to advertise it.
We just want people $5, folks. $5. Maybe don't buy. Maybe because maybe we don't buy our coffee from someplace this week.
You don't, other than Lock and Load, anyways. But go on.
Well, that's I'm just saying for those who buy it. Which, if you don't buy from Lock and Load all your coffee, I don't know why you're not. But anyway,
you're drinking crap, by the way.
Yeah, and so, but join in because we kind of want to raise the awareness. We want to give them money because, trust me, guys, this is one of the rare groups that 100% of the money goes to what they say it is. 100%. Of course, after they pay for this stuff, right? They got to pay for their initial costs and everything, but nobody gets paid in the group.
Nope, not a single person makes a dime. You can't find a better organization.
Said, even $1. I mean, just anything. If a million people do $1, they have $1 million.
That's right. That's right. So all of you Bongino people that switched over to Two Guys One Coup, give that $1 to warriorshield.org.
We get 1 million people to watch us. We might take over.
We might. We might. We're almost there, Jim. We're almost there.
I mean, I'm looking forward to this because we have a shot at Deputy Director of the FBI.
We do. Yep. Just a shot. Maybe we
just
could
listen to Blumenthal.
Co-deputies, Jim. We're as good as Deputy Dog.
Thank you, Mini Ball. Thank you for.
Oh, you were putting it up. I'm sorry, Jim. Good show.
For joining us. We love to have you.
Yeah, thank you, Turner, for
Monday
turning
and
Mini Ball onto it.
Mondays, Wednesdays, 10:30.
10:30. We're
tonight
and then because we're having a special tonight at 6 p.m. Again here on the Patriots Per Network. Thank you for that time slot and giving that to us, the Warrior Shield Foundation. So we want to thank them as well. But please join us again tonight, and we thank you all for your contribution as always. Please like, follow, and share on Rumble.
And you get to see Rich again tonight.
I know you get to see. Yeah, I mean in person, live.
Yeah.
Please follow on X at Two Guys One Coup podcast. Please follow the Patriots Pray at the Patriots Pray. Thank you, M's Dad.
Thanks,
great show,
Dad.
and it's all because of you guys commenting on here. That's the only reason it is. Yep. And if you start getting mad,
maybe we might be too big. Rich who?
Is that Rich who? I'm sorry.
Because Dale might get Maxwell House. Is this?
Oh God. I don't.
Sorry.
I wouldn't use Maxwell House for cat litter.
Buckeye, you're right.
Oh yeah, Monday. So Buckeye had a Jesus Christ. What is wrong with us? So Buckeye had a good suggestion, and I think we're going to do that next Wednesday because I think we should just follow this up with the top 5 underrated female actors. Unless
underrated?
I mean overrated. Overrated.
Okay. For when?
So Jim, on Monday.
Monday. Okay.
Yeah, I'm breaking up again. I know that. I can hear it in my
top
headphones.
5 overrated
actresses. Female actresses.
And if anybody paid attention to me at all, you guys know who my number 1 is, but we'll wait to talk about
We'll wait to talk about that. But then because she suggested top 5 underrated musical groups, which is a great one. I think we'll do that on Wednesday. So Monday, folks, top 5 underrated female actors. No transitioning here.
Yeah.
Top 5
Laverne
overrated
Cox is a man.
Huh? Yes. Top 5 overrated female actresses. This should be a fun list too, because there's a lot of that out there as well. Again, I'm not basing it politically only. It will be based on acting alone.
Me too.
So top 5 female overrated actresses. Folks, thank you again for joining us.
And what was
Please
Wednesday?
go. Huh?
What's
What?
Wednesday? Top 5 what?
Top 5 underrated musical groups. But I don't want to confuse anybody, so I'm not going to say that too often. Mondays is top 5 overrated female actresses. Yeah, you can ask me that off show, stupid.
I'm a professional.
God, I hate Jim. Anyways, thank you again, folks. We appreciate it. We'll see you back here tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Join us for Chance and Rich. We talk about the Warrior Shield Foundation. They need your support. We need your support. We need you to tell people to join in, share it. We do appreciate you all. Jim, I'm done. Thank you again.
Culture Club count as an underrated? Anyway.
George Michael, Wham, his name. Group. We're not talking about groups. We're talking about actresses on Monday. Jim, quit confusing people. You do this on purpose so you can cheat.
Sort of. What happens if the actress is in a musical group?
God bless you all, everybody. God bless America. Thank you for joining us. Great to have you here. We appreciate it. We'll see you tonight back here at 6. See you, Jim. See you tonight.